Good morning. Thank you so much. We are coming to you live from Federal Way in Washington State, Seattle. No, in Washington State.
You just say Seattle because many people don't know where Washington State is.
Yeah.
If you say Washington State, people ask you, is it Washington, D.C.? So tell them we are the real Washington. So you have to say Seattle. That's when they know it's Seattle.
How are you?
I'm good.
You good?
Very good.
Real Kenyan, 24/7.
Patriotic all the time.
Thank you so much. I want you to introduce yourself and say hello to the viewers of the Trumpet of Hope.
Hello, viewers of the Trumpet of Hope. My name is Pauline, better known as Eva Akoth. I come from Federal Way in the state of Washington. Yeah, I was born in Nairobi, but my life has balanced between Nairobi and Nyanza because Nyanza is where I originally come from. Yeah, my parents are from the Luo tribe in Nyanza.
That is very good.
Yes.
So when did you relocate to the US? Fast forward.
Fast forward, I started life in the US in the year 2020.
So Eva is the proprietor and the owner of the Seattle Home Aide Trainers right here in Federal Way. And we're going to talk about the different pathways to the healthcare industry. Everybody is saying that healthcare. What is so unique about healthcare, by the way?
Well, yeah, what is unique about healthcare? It's like, it's one of the pathways that people would use when they come into the US to start earning a living. You know, many of us come here with PhDs, come here with masters, come here with all manner of degrees on our backs. And we think that when we get to America, we will do our dream jobs, right? Because that's what we used to do. Yeah. But when you come here and you have to first have your certifications verified. And that doesn't take a minute. It takes a very long time. So there's different pathways for people to settle in. And I've seen many people laugh at us. Many people back home say, oh, you're being sent for money with a truck driver. Yeah? Mtu anaendesha malori. And then another one goes, wewe muna enjoy nyumba lakini nyumba pesa mmetumiwa na mtu anaosha mavi. Yeah? It's a really bad word, yeah? But the thing is, where to begin life, we have different pathways in America. And people, you might find people who are truck drivers are very qualified. The people who've gone to school, gotten their achievements, done their degrees, but when they come back here, they're looking for a way to make the buck real quick.
Yes.
And for them to make the buck real quick, we have truck driving and we have healthcare. So why is healthcare the easiest? Healthcare is the easiest because for truck driving, you need to have like a record. For healthcare, you will just come in. And so, what you do, you get the training. After we train you, you get your initial certification within the first 2 weeks. Within the first 2 weeks, you're eligible to apply for your nursing assistance registered license. When you get it, you start looking for a job. You start working and you start earning the money.
Very good. Now that is where we hit the nail on the head. You come from wherever, whichever country. Eva right here at the Home Aide Trainers, they have people from different nationalities. They come in here, forget what you were doing back in Africa or in your home country. You were a doctor, you were a teacher, you were a headmaster, you were whichever. And then you come here and start off. You get your certifications. I hear people talk about the 75 hours.
Yes.
Can you please tell us, what is 75 hours?
75 hours is the pathway for somebody to start a healthcare career within the state of Washington. It is a pathway that leads you to earning a home care aide license within the state of Washington. 75 hours is not just 75 hours, but it is formed by a number of courses. We have 5 hours of orientation and safety, 8 hours of mental health specialty training, 8 hours of dementia specialty training, 54 hours of core basic training. The 54 hours of core basic training involves skills training, which is a mandatory 16 hours of skills. The skills that you will use to help take care of people in the different facilities you're going to be working.
Mhm.
And then in addition to that, we also do nurse delegation call, nurse delegation special focus on diabetes, and CPR and first aid. And finally, you also end up getting the food workers card, which helps you complete the entire 75 hours.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I have to do all this.
You have to do all that, but it is a course that has been, like the state sat down, the Department of Health sat down and came up with a curriculum. So this curriculum has hours that you're supposed to be fulfilling. And they saw that within 2 weeks, somebody would have fulfilled those hours and is able to go out there and practice. And one thing about the job that we do,
Mhm.
or this caregiving job, most of it is practical.
Yes.
You will learn the theory, we will give you the theory, we will give you part of the practical, but the real job is in the practice.
Now, for example, when you're doing the practice,
Yeah.
you will learn how to turn a patient.
Right.
Or
it's called repositioning.
Repositioning.
Yes.
You cannot just lift and
Yeah.
you will learn how to move a patient.
Okay. We have ambulation.
Mhm.
Ambulation is now moving, is the movement. I'm sorry to use those
Technical
words.
terms.
Technical terms. Ambulation is the movement. You'll have movement from the bed or movement within the room.
Uh-huh.
And that's also called mobility. Yeah. Mobility is walking. You can help your client walk a distance. You can use different walking items to help the client walk,
Mhm.
like a walker or like holding the client while you help them walk. And then there's movement from the bed to the chair. Yeah. And then we have skills like personal care skills, like pericare. We have nail care. We have foot care. We have oral care. We have turning and repositioning your client on the bed.
Yes.
We have hand washing, glove wearing and removal, which is better known in the CNA class as the donning and doffing of PPE,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, it's very interesting because you have to be taught, you have to learn how to put on the gloves and how to remove them. And this is
we
very
say
interesting.
safely remove
Mhm.
gloves. You just don't remove the gloves, but you safely remove
Mhm.
gloves.
Mhm.
When you say safely remove gloves, is that you have to use a proper infection control method, or include proper infection control measures for you to remove your gloves safely, to ensure that your client is not infected or you carry infection to somebody else.
That is very important. Now, what do I need to work as a home care aid staff here in the state of Washington? What are documentations?
Okay. What you will need for an initial beginning, you will need to do the 75 hours class.
Mhm.
You will need a TB test. You will need a background check. The background check is done by the person that is supposed to be hiring you once
Okay.
they find you eligible.
Mhm.
You will need the NAR. The NAR, people call it a license so that people can understand what it is, but it is not a license.
Mhm.
It's called the Nursing Assistant Registered Number. It's like a number that helps the state identify you as a person.
Oh.
So that number is the reference they use to identify you. So you have to register that.
Do I need the Social Security for me to get NAR?
No, you don't need a social security number. And that's why this here is where most people begin.
Okay.
Yeah, so while they're working on getting their social security number, they're able to start earning an income.
So where do I get the NAR?
The NAR, you get it from the state of Washington.
Okay.
There's a way we fill for you online. Then after you have filled it online, then after a while, probably between 3 weeks to 3 months, you will be able to receive it on your mail.
Is it free?
No, it costs about $85.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And is the 75 hours free?
No, the 75 hours is not free. Actually, what I tell people, 75 hours, if you calculate how much we charge, we just charge $10 per hour. So it's 750. Yeah.
That is very good. So it's
Yeah.
750 to get your 75 hours. So you who got a visiting visa, you who got your green card, you're coming to the state of Washington. It has become a haven for so many people because it is easy to get these jobs right here in the state of Washington. But you need to prepare yourself. You come to class, the 75 hours here at Seattle Home Aide Trainers. With Eva, you will spend about 750 to get your 75-hour certificates. And they are quite a booklet. They are quite many. So
9
you will
certificates.
all those certificates, you will carry them to go and look for a job, and they will assist you. Now, do you help people with mobility? I came in here, I'm new, I don't know where to go. Can I study it online?
Yes, we have an online class. It's not online because when you say online, people believe it is an online class somebody can study on their own. What we have is virtual classes where you have a teacher who is in class every day and training you, and you're able to access the training virtually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Is there any after the 75 hours, I hear people talk about HCA.
Yes.
What is HCA?
So after 75 hours, within 200 days, the state requires that you book for a state exam, which is called the Home Care Aide exam. So when you book for the Home Care Aide exam, the Home Care Aide exam has two parts. We have the skills exam and the knowledge exam. Once you pass these two exams, then you will get a license called the HCA license. So 75 hours, basically, we are training you for HCA. Yeah. So while the state doesn't want you to just finish and do the exam immediately, they want you to start working. Once you have experienced the job, that's why I told you much of this job is done practically. Yeah. So once you have experienced the job, then you can go take the exam, because when you're taking the exam, now you know what you're being tested in.
Very good. And for your information, the Seattle Home Home Aide Trainers under Eva is now a state examination center. So you will be able to come and do your state exams right here. And that becomes very good news. So you come here, even people who are relocating from other states, if it is too hard for you in that state, just get yourself to the state of Washington. There is so much that you can do.
There's the adult family home, there's the assisted living facilities, and then we have the nursing homes. And you can just not stop by being a home care aide or a caregiver. You can still go ahead and forge your space and even start a business. Yeah, you can also, there's space for you to come and start your own adult family home. We'll just start from that pathway which you're seeing us talking about today.
That is very good. Thank you so much. You can talk to Eva. I don't know, people would want to learn more or to know more. I don't know whether you give them your numbers or your contacts.
Yes, I do. My telephone number is 469. I know he's going to write it over there, so you're going to say it, 469-288-5194. For any inquiry, you can text me on WhatsApp. You can call and we'll be able to get in touch with you. We have our email address, which is eakoque@gmail.com. Get in touch with us. We'll be able to get you. info@seattlehomeaide.com. You'll find us there. And you can also visit our website, which is at www.seattlehomeaide.com. You'll be able to see us and see what we can do. And please don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page, Seattle Home Aide, and our Instagram page is at Seattle Home Aide. Just get in there, like, share, and be able to, you can communicate with us on all social media pages. We'll be able to get back to you.
Thank you so much. And for you who is asking, can I do this when I'm in Kenya?
Yes, you can do it when you are in Kenya, but we want to be very smart with you. We don't want to tell you that doing it when you're in Kenya will guarantee you coming here, going to the embassy and getting a visa. Let us not lie. Let us tell people the truth.
Yes.
When you're doing it in Kenya, what institution are you using to do the training?
Mm-hmm.
And will those qualifications you are getting in Kenya be useful when you cross over to America?
Mm-hmm.
Be wise, my dear listener. Be very wise. Don't spend money before you have known you're using an accredited college.
Institution.
And after you have, first make sure you get your visa.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I tell everybody who calls me. I tell them, first step is getting
Your visa.
your visa. Don't pay before you are assured of getting your visa, because you end up losing lots of money. People have invested, sold their properties, saying they're joining a caregiving school in Kenya, and later on their certification cannot be used in America.
And so you have to come again.
Please
if
come.
anything happens.
Don't repeat using. First, get your visa. Once you get your visa, get in touch with us. You can join the online class, because we know you're coming on a particular date. We arrange for your accommodation. We arrange for your welcome. But don't pay before you get your visa.
That is important. And because people don't want to, people are becoming so vulnerable. So in the process, they become desperate. And in the process, they get abused. And the little that they have, wananyang'anywa tu pole pole.
Imagine.
So Eva is the owner of Seattle Home Aide Trainers right here in the state of Washington. She's the one who is advising you on the pathways for you so that you can come in here and at least start a life. It is the foundation. So for the 75 hours, it is the basic license. You can come in here. You'll get all these courses right here in the Seattle Home Aide Trainers. The numbers are there. Thank you so much, Eva. It was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Ero kamano.
Machiegni. God bless you. And thank you very much, your viewers. I am glad I was part of this today.
Yes.
And God bless you. Welcome to Seattle Home Aide Trainers, where we say quality care is our mission. We are here to welcome you into the state of Washington, where we will give you an introduction or a pathway into you starting to earn money in the healthcare business. We train 75 hours, and we will welcome you from the airport, give you accommodation, and help you with job placement. Please trust us. Visit us at our website in www.seattlehomeaide.com. Our telephone numbers are +1 469 288 5194. You can also get to our Instagram page, Seattle Home Aide. You can also visit us on our Facebook page, Seattle Home Aide. And for all your inquiries, get to talk to us. We will be able to give you the solution.